Good afternoon and welcome to the HIIT yoga class at Rebirth Home Fitness. You can go ahead and start on your back, actually, face up with your palms face up in like a mini Shavasana corpse pose. So go ahead and lie on your back and start to breathe. Focus on your breath as you breathe in and out through your nose only. And just start to feel the breath. As you inhale, feel it enter in through your nose, expanding your abdomen and chest. Feel the air into the lungs, the ribs expand. And as you exhale, follow it out, the same pathway. And just notice any sensations as you breathe in and out. Notice any feelings throughout your body, internally or externally. Just bringing your mind to calm down, your body to center in this place, in this space. And as you breathe these slow, deep breaths, and go ahead and set an intention. One intention for yourself, something you want to see happen in your life. It could be just for this class, it could be for the day, tomorrow, this week, this month, the next 3 to 6 months, the next year. What do you want? One intention. Focus all your energy on that one thing. And focus and visualize as if it already happened. What does it look like? How does it sound? What are the smells? Put yourself there as if it already happened. Visualize that intention manifesting in your mind. And it'll happen in reality. And then flutter your eyes open as you reach your arms up overhead and lengthen in the opposite direction as your legs. And bring your left foot to the lower left-hand corner of your mat. Cross your right ankle on top. And then reach both arms up and over towards the upper left-hand corner of your mat. So you're holding opposite elbows and drop your back down to the ground. If your if your right shoulder lifted, drop it down. So you're coming into a banana pose with your body, your whole body is in the shape of a banana. Feel the right side body lengthen and stretch. Release the feet, come back to center. Bring your right foot to the lower right-hand corner of the mat, cross the left ankle on top, reach arms up and over to the right upper corner of your mat and grab opposite elbows. Drop your back to the ground if it rolled up. Drop that left shoulder to the ground and breathe. Feel the left side body lengthen and stretch. And coming back to center, bending your knees, plant your feet on the ground. Reach your arms down by your sides. Feel your ankles or your heels as you bring your feet closer to your body. Lift up from the tailbone first. Lift your hips up. Wiggle your shoulders under your body. Press the back of your head in the ground. For a bridge variation, you're holding on to your ankles or heels. Maybe bring your hands underneath your low back or sacrum to help support you. So if you wiggle under, you can feel the height increase, but you're supported here. And then release the hands, keep that same elevation. Interlace the fingers and extend the elbows. Drop the pinkies to the floor, keep the hips up high. And then slowly release the arms, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. And then here we press into the ground, lift up again. This time, press your upper arms into the floor. And we're gonna do some glute bridges. So you're gonna drop down and for 10, extend, full range of motion. 9, 8, warming up the glutes. 7, the hamstrings. 6, the low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming all the way down. Now, kick up your right leg to the sky, extend for 10. Lift your hips, 9, 8, 7, 6. Kick that leg high, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right leg down. Kick your left leg up to the sky. Lift the hips high. Press into the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Extend your right leg. Bring your left leg up and over, arms out like airplane wings. So we're moving through the range of motion. I'll show you from this side. You're going opposite foot to opposite hand, come back to center, cross over to the other side, back to center, rolling from side to side onto your hip. Feel the hamstring lengthen. Feel your back come into a spinal twist. As you warm up the spine, all the back muscles, warm up the hamstring. Keep your leg low and keep your knee slightly bent. You can extend fully if that feels okay for you, but we're just warming up. So you could choose if you're ready to extend the knee or if you want to keep it slightly bent. And now hold. I'll mirror you. So right foot is reaching to left hand. Extend both legs and hold. Twist, turn your head to the right. Drop right shoulder down. Breathe. Bend into your right knee, come back to center. Flat back, roll onto right hip. Extend left leg towards your right toes. Turn your head to the left and hold. Bend into the left knee, come back to center. Release, pull the knees into the chest and start to rock on your back, rocking forward and back. You can hold the front of your knees or the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Feel the spine as you rock forward and back, giving a little massage to your muscles, and roll up to a seated position. So you're sitting up here. I want you to roll forward onto your hands, come up onto crossed ankles. So roll back, roll forward, come up, roll back. I'll show you from the front. Roll forward, come up, roll back. So you're coming onto your feet. You're not putting pressure into the ankles. You're actually coming onto your feet and lifting your hips up, pressing into the ground. Roll back, lift feet off the ground. Roll forward, hands plant. Come onto feet, lift hips up. Roll back. Once you got the hang of it, keep the ankles crossed. You're pressing into the bottoms of your feet. We'll do 5 more. Just do your best. It's a little weird. That's a good thing, it's okay. Everything's a little weird and awkward for our bodies at the beginning until we become a master of it, right? Okay, last time, roll forward, and I want you to jump back into a plank. Engage your core, hold plank. Drop to knees, lower down. Inhale for cobra, exhale for child's pose. And breathe. If you need to come to child's pose at all throughout this class ever, make that decision. I'm going to guide you through the class, but if something is too strenuous for you or if it's too much, you can always join us still and stay in child's pose. You're still practicing with us if you're breathing here. Inhale, roll up to a cat stretch. Tuck your toes, press into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, do a little salsa dance, sway your hips side to side, pressing opposite heel into the ground. And then push through your fingers, take pressure out of the wrist and press heels to the ground. Now, I want to show you something quickly. If you are here and you're shifted too far forward and your back is rounded, just bend your knees, Push your belly to your thighs so my back is more extended now and my shoulders are more extended. So I went from here with legs straight to bending knees and pushing through palms and fingers, bringing belly to thighs. So even though my knees are bent and my heels are off the ground, this is a way better position for my back, my shoulders, and my arms in this downward dog than in this downward dog. Okay, so if you're having trouble extending through the back and the arms, just bend your knees. I'd rather you do that. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Engage the core. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, roll and slide through to cobra. Exhale, roll back to downward dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky. Bend and straighten that knee. Stack right hip on top of left. And circle out that right hip. Nice big circles. Both directions, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then square the hip down. So now your hip is square. Flex the ankle. Breathe. Inhale, shift forward. Bring your knee to touch your right tricep. Right knee to right tricep. Engage your core. Hold. Inhale, kick up. Bring it back to the right tricep. And see if you can do your Spider-Man push-ups to 10. Just do the best you can. So Spider-Man push-ups is as you come down, your knee is coming to right tricep. Press up. So you could come back to plank and then right knee to right tricep, push. Come back, right knee to right tricep, push. Nice. Engage the core, engage the obliques. So see if you can do 5, maybe 10. Maybe you come here and you do a little elbow bend. That's fine. Do your best. Do whatever you can do. But try to go to 10 reps if you can. And then push back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Drop down to your knees. Reach your arms back towards your heels. Lift your hips up. Crown of the head to the ground. Rabbit pose. Feel the arms, feel the shoulders engaging. Lift hips up, over knees. Breathe. Drop back down, sitting up. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Come forward into your plank. Exhale, lower down. Maybe you can hover, hold. Inhale, come up into your cobra or upward dog. Squeeze the quads, lift the knees off the ground. Shoulders stack over wrists. Neck is long, spine is lengthened, chest lifts. Flip over 1 foot at a time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Recover your breath here. We're getting ready for the other side, for the left side. Woohoo! So again, lift your left leg to the sky, left leg up, and bend and straighten that knee. Stack left hip over right. Reach that leg way over. Circle left knee and hip. Nice big circles through the hip. And then square that hip down. Push all the way back. Feel the left heel push into the ground. Feel the calf stretch. And then inhale, shift forward to plank. See if you can touch your left knee to your left tricep. So I'll mirror you so you can see me. So I'll mirror you, left knee to left tricep. Bring it up as high as you can. If you're able to, do those push-ups, those Spider-Man push-ups. So you just bring your leg back to plank. As you bring it forward, you drop down, bring the knee to the tricep and back. So left side, same thing we just did. Work on your core strength. See if you can get to 10. Even if you come here halfway with your knee and just do a little push up here, that's fine. Even if you have to drop your back knee, your right knees to the ground, and you bring that left knee up and you're here, that's fine. We're working on the strength of the arms. So go to 10 reps, and then you're gonna push back to downward facing dog after 10, and then come into child's pose again. Reach your arms back. Relax those shoulders. Woo! We're building strength here in the upper body by doing these crazy Spider-Man push-ups. Breathe, reconnect. As you breathe, reconnect with your intention. Is your intention to be the best you can be, the healthiest you? What was your intention? Reconnect to it with your breath. And slowly coming back up. Tuck the toes. Pressing into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, see if you can hover and hold. Hover above the ground as you bend your elbows. This is called chaturanga or four-limb staff pose. Inhale, push up to upward facing dog as you roll over the feet. Tops of feet press into ground. Lift chest, lengthen. Roll back over feet, press into downward facing dog. Push back. Look between hands. Bend knees. You can walk up with knees bent. You can step up, or you can try a jump to the top of the mat. When you land, inhale, lengthen your spine, look out. Exhale, fold your body in half. and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll up all the way to standing. Your head comes up last. Shoulders roll down and back, palms facing front. Nice. So we're going to work on some sun salutation B. I'm going to adjust this so you can see my arms a little better. Okay, sun salutation B. So we're working on our chair pose. Bring feet together. Unless it bothers your feet, you can have them hip-width apart. If it bothers your hips or your knees. But try feet all the way together and arms together. If you have shoulder impingement, you can keep hands shoulder-width apart. Inhale, drop down to chair. Look at thumbs. Don't arch your back so much like a squat. Don't tuck and round so much that you have a rounded low back here. Your tailbone is slightly tucked, but in a neutral spine, so your back is nice and straight as you press the weight in the heels. Look at thumbs, extend arms. Upper arm bones externally rotate. Exhale, forward fold, forehead toward your knees. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Bend knees, plant palms, step walk, or jump back and go through any yoga flow variation. Ending in down dog, exhale, and step. Your right foot between your hands, ground left heel. Inhale, warrior one, look up. Exhale, come down, hover, hold. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, and step left foot forward, ground right heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, come back down, go through yoga flow. Inhale, cobra upward. Exhale, downward. 5 breaths here. Breathe for 5. Make a sound with the breath. You might feel out of breath. Don't pant here. Control your breathing. Make a sound as it passes by the back of your throat, constricting your throat. Ujjayi breathing with sound. Slow down, inhale and exhale. Slow down heart rate. Look between thumbs, bend knees, and jump. Land between hands. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Look at thumbs. Exhale, standing, arms to chest and by side. One more time, sun salutation B. Inhale to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Bend knees, plant palms, jump back, hover, hold, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward and step right foot forward, ground left heel. Inhale, warrior one, look up. Exhale, come down, hover. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog, and step left foot forward, ground right. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, come down, hover. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, and breathe. 5 breaths. Focus on your breath. Slow it down. Control it. Control your breathing, your heart rate. Slow it down. Big, full, deep breaths with sound as the breath passes by the back of your throat. Now the bottom of your next exhale, look between hands. Bend knees, step walk, or try the jump. Land, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, inhale, arms up, chair. Exhale, hands to chest. Nice. Stay at the top of your mat, but I'm just gonna face you to show you our next move here. So we inhale, back into chair. As we exhale, we kick the, I'll mirror you, so kick the left leg forward. Inhale, arms up into chair. Exhale, kick left foot forward. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Now, if anything is bothering you, just separate your feet. Otherwise, keep the feet together. So we inhale, arms up, shifting into that right leg, extending left leg. Back into chair, hands to chest. Inhale, arms up, extend leg, come back. So I want you to try 10 on each side. All your weight is balanced on the right side. And then come back to center, and we'll do the left after your 10. So your shifted weight into that right side. Inhale, squatting, exhale. The right leg doesn't move. You're just extending arms, extending leg, come back into your chair. Nice, switch over to the left. Inhale, right leg extends for 10. Back into chair with prayer hands to chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, back is straight, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And jump wide, toes out. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, squat down. Rock a little side to side in your garland pose. Lifting chest, lengthen up, spine is tall. Breathe. And we come up halfway and pulse. Pulsing here for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down, push knees wide, lift chest. Hands come to the ground, come into your crow pose. Shift forward. If you're a beginner, bend the elbows, make a shelf with your upper arm, lean forward into your hands. All your weight leans forward. Maybe you can lift one foot off the ground, maybe both. If you're afraid of falling on your head, which is a logical fear, you can place a pillow down in front of you, so that way if you do fall forward, you're just falling onto that pillow. More advanced yogis and yoginis, bring your knees higher towards your armpits. Press strong into the ground. Spread those hands. Palms are cupping the ground slightly. Lift feet up, heels in towards your body. Bend knees. Engage your core. Look forward. Lift your head. Look forward. Look up. And jump back. Go through your yoga flow. Ending in a down dog. If you want to, you can just go through your yoga flow. You don't have to jump back. And breathe for 5 breaths in your down dog. And lift right leg to the sky. Right leg lifts. Actually, I'm gonna mirror you because I think it's easier for you. So right leg lifts and square off. Bring it all the way forward between your hands. Keep back heel lifted. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Drop down into your crescent. So notice I'm gonna tuck my tailbone. When I tuck my tailbone, my back knee bends. So tuck tailbone, back knee bends. Keep tailbone tucked, engage core, and slowly straighten back leg without untucking. So you're still engaging the core as you drop into your lunge. Breathe. Feel that left leg, that heel of your back foot reaching towards the wall behind you. And pulse here. Get into this left hip flexor, pulsing. then full range of motion. Drop to the ground, lift back up. You don't have to straighten your front leg. Keep it bent for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, arms are up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground back heel, 45. Open up, warrior 2. Look past right fingertips. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, bring your hand to the floor. If you can. If you need a block, you can. If you need to rest on your thigh, you can, but don't collapse. Shoulder to ear, lengthen, and have space between your ear and your shoulder. Lengthen the left bicep to ear, and try to get that right hand to the ground. Drop into your hips, bend deeper into right knee, lengthen through that side body. If you can, wrap your left arm behind your back, reach under with right, and grab for your wrap or bind. If you want, you can use a strap or a belt if you have it. Otherwise, just try to twist open even if you're not touching. And drop down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower, release. Skandasana, you're dropping in, pressing palms, lifting chest. So I'm mirroring you. Right knee is bent and on the floor. Left leg is extended. Press palms, lift chest. Breathe. Now you can do this any way you're able to. I'm going to just show you the way that I'm going to do it is to stay low. Okay, you can use your hands though. So you can use your hands and shift over to the left and pause. If possible, don't bring your hands to the ground and just shift from side to side without touching. We're gonna do 5 each side. So shift, stay low, over to the right, 5, over to the left, 5, over to the right, 4, over to the left, 4, 3 to the right, 3 to the left, shift, keep hips down and low, 2, 2, stay low, 1, and 1, woohoo! All right, stay on the left side. Come down and frame your foot and step and slide that right foot closer towards you. So we're back in our garland pose. Stay low, chest up, breathe. All righty, remember here, we did our pulsing. So we're gonna just hang out here for another breath or two, get those hips nice and stretched and open and warm, and then we're gonna come up and pulse for 20. Are you ready? Woohoo! Feeling the burn in the hips. Here we go. Come up halfway and pulse. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. Woo. Yeah, all right. Come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, circle arms up overhead, arch back. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, step walker, jump. Go through your yoga flow. Breathe. 5 breaths here, either in down dog or child's pose. Recover. Reset your mind. Reset, recover, breathe. And slowly press back to your downward facing dog. We're not done yet. We gotta do that other side. So I'm gonna mirror you. Again, we're gonna lift left leg to the sky, square it down, shift forward, plant that foot between your hands. Left leg is forward now, right heel lifted. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Sink down, tuck tailbone. When you tuck tailbone, back knee bends. Slowly straighten back knee while keeping tailbone tucked and engaging core. As you drop down, feel that hip flexor stretching open. Reaching your right heel towards the wall behind you with the chest. Look up. Breathe. Pulse. Little tiny pulses here. Pulsing up, down, in your high lunge. High crescent lunge. Breathe. And now full range of motion. For 10, drop that back knee down. You don't have to straighten the front knee. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ground back heel, open up. Warrior 2, left side. Bend deep into your hips, drop down. Look past left fingers. Roll open left thigh. Push forward. Inhale, reach with left hand forward. Exhale, come down on the inside of your foot, lengthen. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to just flip around so you can see me. Lengthen through your side body. Drop those hips down. You can come up onto your thigh if you need to. Or if you have a block you want to use, you can. Drop the hips low. Breathe. Engage your core in your side body. Wrap right arm behind your back. Left arm, see how low my shoulder gets? It's about the height of my knee to wrap the left arm under and grasp. Drop hips nice and low. Look up over right shoulder. Feel rib cage open. Breathe and pulse here. Even if you're not touching your hands, it's okay. Just pulse. Breathe. And then release, left arm up, engage, and come all the way back up to center. Allow toes to point forward. Inhale, arms come out. Exhale, forward fold, and walk your hands all the way through. Let the crown of your head drop to the floor. Breathe. Walk your hands to align with your heel. Breathing deep, slow breaths. Control your breath. There's not many things we have control over, but our breath is one thing that we can control. So focus your mind on slowing it down. Breathe deeply and slow your heart rate down. Make a sound with the breath as it passes by the back of your throat. Inhale, look out halfway, flatten your back. Stay here, exhale, hands come to hips. Press strong into the feet. Inhale, rising up. Interlace fingers, pull down and away behind your back. So I'll show you from the side. You're still wide with your feet. Interlace fingers, lift arms away from your body. Inhale, look up, hips push forward, open those hips. Feels good. Exhale, fold. Arms come up overhead. Keep clasping your hands and allow the head to drop. Don't shift the weight into the heels. Feel the weight shift forward into the balls of the feet. Breathe. Feeling those shoulders open up. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Pause here. Inhale all the way back up to standing. Hips push forward. So you're here. And coming back to center at the top of your mat. So step back up to the top of your mat here. All right. Now from here, we go through our yoga flow again. And I'm going to teach you a pose. It's an arm balance called Ekapada Kundan Yasana. It's an advanced pose, so just do the best you can. We'll walk you through the move, even if you're a beginner. You have an option. So inhale, circle the arms up overhead, arch back. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, look out halfway, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, step, walk, or float back, and bent elbows when you land. Try not to land in plank. Inhale, push through upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so from here, I want you to do just like we did the Spider-Man push-up, try to shift forward with your right knee to touch your elbow. Right knee to touch your tricep, okay? Now you can plant that right foot on the ground, and I'm gonna show you from this different direction. So I'll mirror you. So if you're stepping up, you can even touch that right foot all the way on the ground and see how my right knee is touching that tricep. Roll your elbow creases forward. So when my elbows bend, they're not out to the side like this. They're pulled in, bending behind me, just like your four-limb staff pose, your chaturanga arms, you're creating that shelf. Now start to walk your left leg forward. So you're hopping it up a little bit forward so that when you bend, you're bending and hooking your left hip into your tricep. Okay, this is where I want you to stop if you're a beginner. So I'll show you from this direction, hopping left foot closer. So when I bend my elbow, I am able to rest my elbow on the inside of my left hip. Now slide your right foot behind you. Here, you can actually balance this knee on top of your right tricep. Okay, I'll show you from this view. So right knee is up, right tricep, we hop closer. We balance on left elbow and lift our right foot off the ground. Maybe you can get to here, okay? If you can, float and lean forward to extend both legs, float up, extending both legs. This is your Ekapada 2, your Kundanyasana 2. So it's a little tricky to learn virtually and online because I can't really see and help you with your form, but just try your best. This is a part 2. We are going to try part 1, so don't worry. If you feel like we're leaving out part 1, we're not. So just keep trying that same side a few more times. Remember to get close. So you walk your back leg up to roll and balance on your elbow. You have to twist a little. Twist your left side down. Slide your right foot back so you can be here, and then lean forward to float up. Even if you don't extend your right leg and you keep the knee bent like the Spider-Man push-ups, that's fine too. And then if you're really advanced, you can do kickback into chaturanga from your Ekapada and do your yoga flow. And have a seat. Let's stretch out the wrists for a moment. So backs of hands press into the ground, extending elbows, lengthen spine. So I know these are somewhat advanced moves, but just remember when you first started yoga and remember how far you have come from then to this moment right now. Think of all the things that you couldn't do then that you thought were crazy and you would never be able to do them. That's probably what was going through your mind. And now look, you're doing them now. So it's the same thing with these arm balances. They seem like these crazy poses you're never going to do. But one day, if you keep practicing and repeating over and over again, repetition is the mother of all skill, you will be able to also do these crazy arm balances. If that's your goal, Flip your hands, palms pressed down, stretch the wrists in the opposite direction, fingers face you. Don't hyperextend like I'm doing. Try to bend your elbow if you're hyperextensive. You want your arms straight, but not hyperextended. All right, so let's try the other side. So maybe you have a little more control with the other side. Okay, so back into your downward facing dog. We're gonna shift forward. I want you to bring, I'll mirror you from this side now. I want you to bring your left knee, just like the Spider-Man push-ups. And as you come down, this is just a different way of getting into it. Hug the right elbow in and shift forward, just like the Spider-Man push-up. You lift, your knee is touching. Even if you come here, shift all the way forward. You have the pillow if you fall in your head. And then if you want to advance, extend the leg, lift up. You're balancing on your elbows and triceps. Your inner thigh of left leg is on left tricep, and inside of abs, your obliques, are on your right elbow tricep. So you're hugging that elbow in. Hug it in to your body. See how my elbow is inside and on my belly into my obliques? And I'm also turning. I'm turning my body. So I'm turning in onto my left side a little bit. Press palms down. I'll show you from this angle. Shift forward. Float up. The more you can lean, the more weight you can lean forward. Don't be afraid to fall. You're really close to the ground anyway. So just try. And then when you feel ready, just shift forward and float up. If you have enough weight forward, your back leg will float up automatically. So if you shift forward, your back leg will float. And then you can work on extending. You don't have to work on the extension. You can keep the knee bent, the top left knee. And then if you're done with this one, jump back, go through your yoga flow, ending in a downward dog. If you need to, come to child's pose and release your hands by your feet and breathe for 5 breaths. Slowly come up. Take a sip of water if you need to. Okay, so we're gonna come up and do a couple balance postures and then try our Ekapada 1, which is similar to a side crow. All right, so back to your downward facing dog. You can do another yoga flow if you need to. Otherwise, if you need to, okay. Otherwise, bend your knees and shift back. Look at your target. Look between your hands. This will help you jump up to the top of the mat. So I'm in turbo dog right now. My belly is against my thighs. My weight is back. I'm looking at my target between my hands. I'm jumping and landing my feet and extending on the inhaling breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, arch back. Exhale, hands to chest. All right, so I'm gonna face you just so you can see, and I'll mirror you, but you would still be at the top of the mat. Shadow wants to participate. Shift into the right foot. All right, so find your eye gaze, your focal point, your drishti. You're engaging your core. You're grounding through that right foot as you lift your left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers, flex the left ankle, pull up, keeping chest and spine tall and lifted. Release, right hand to the right, open up left knee. So you can stay here if you're a beginner. If you want to challenge yourself or you're more advanced, peace finger grip inside of left big toe. Kick out and extend that leg. Lift up high. Breathe. You can do it. Stay focused. If you want to challenge yourself further, turn your head to the right. Come back to center. Bring foot forward. Reach right arm to the sky. Extend leg in front. Engage core. Lift chest. Now reach both hands to grab foot. Engage biceps, bending at elbows, forehead to knee. Breathe. Bend into knee, holding bottom of foot. Grab top of foot with left hand. Release right arm, kick back into your dancer's pose. Focus, look past your right fingertips, kick up, kick the foot up from the crown of the head. Left toes are coming up above crown of head. Release, hands to hips. Still not touching left leg to the ground. Lift it higher, kick forward, point and flex the ankle. Engage that quad and hip flexor. Breathe. Without touching still, I'll show you from the side. You're kicking back. Warrior 3. Arms out like airplane wings. Hands to chest. Stay in warrior 3. Reach back, squeeze triceps. Reach arms forward. Lift. All the way to standing, arch back. Exhale, hands to chest. Woo! All right, let's clear out that space with a yoga flow. So you're at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, jump back. Go through yoga flow. Once you go from down dog, bend knees into turbo dog. Look between hands. Jump, top of mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse, swan dive all the way up, arch back. Exhale, hands to chest. So you're at the top of the mat. I'm just changing direction so you can see as we do the other side. Balance. Spread the toes, grounding, internally rotate upper thighs, shift into left foot. Interlace fingers, pull right knee into chest, flex ankle. So you're doing the best you can. Even if you're staying here and here the whole time we do all that other crazy stuff, that's fine. You're still training that left leg to ground and balance. You're still working out with us and working on that left leg for this whole time, grounding and balancing. Maybe you're able to kick out, holding. You can stay with leg extended and looking straight ahead, or you can turn your head to challenge your balance even further. Turn your head to the left. Feel the spine lift. Breathe. Slowly move that right leg forward. Reach left arm to the sky. Lift it up. Your spine is erect. Your chest is lifted. Now left arm reaches in front. Holding foot with both hands. Forehead to knee. Bend into elbows. Crown of head towards toes. Breathe. Bend into right knee. Lift it up high. Holding bottom of foot. Hold on to top of foot with right hand as you extend back behind you. Like a bow and arrow, your arrow is your left fingertip shooting forward. Your eye gaze looks past the middle finger. As you hinge, you kick up. The right toes grow out of the crown of your head. Breathe. Extend the spine. Slowly come back. Hands come to hips, and you haven't touched the ground yet with that right foot. Kick forward, point and flex. Lift that leg high, high to the sky. And I'll show you from the side, still not touching. Extend behind you, warrior three. Arms out like airplane wings. Engage the core, lift that leg higher. Palms come to chest in prayer. Extend behind you, squeeze triceps, lift arms higher. Reach arms forward, lengthen and reach, lift up high. Inhale, come all the way up, arch back. Exhale, hands to chest. Woo! Nice job. At the top of the mat, let's clear it out. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, jump back and land in bent elbow chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. And breathe. You could come down to child's pose if you need to. 5 breaths in child's pose or downward facing dog. Your choice. Recover, reset. All right. So, have a seat. You have earned it. And I would like to just guide you through our Ekapada 1, Kundanyasana 1. So again, do the best you can. It's very similar to a side crow. We're doing like a crash course in this. Okay, so just like our side crow, I'll show you and mirror you. Both hands come over. You're not helping. So come over to your right side with your hands. Both knees are bent. So it's like you're in a low squat, but your heels are lifted and your knees are together. So aligning your knees together, heels are lifted. Hands come to the side. So if you're on your right side, your left tricep is on the outside by your knee, and your right tricep, you're pulling the elbow in, is on the outside up by your hip. And again, you bend the elbows like you're doing a chaturanga, four-limb staff pose. You lean over, you can have that pillow on the ground, and you shift all your weight onto your hands. I'll show you from the side. So again, you create the shelf, and your knees are up high on the arms, stacked on each other, and then if you're here, this is side crow. If you extend both legs, or maybe you can extend one leg, maybe you can just extend the top leg, or if you want to try both, that's your Ekapada. You're twisting and you're balancing. Ekapada Kundanyasana 1 here, extending both legs. Maybe you stay at side crow, it's all good. All right, let's do the other side. How did that go? Give me a thumbs up if you're able to get to the side crow. I know the Ekapada is tough because of the leg extension, but we're gonna keep working on it. We're gonna keep practicing. Okay, let's do the other side. Bring your hands over to the left. Make that shelf. Roll elbow creases forward and in. Bend into elbows, engage core. So you don't want to have lots of space here. You don't want to have your knee by your elbow. You want to be tight, like a little ball, little twisted ball here. And shift into and float the legs up off the ground and extend if you can. Otherwise, just keep the knees stacked in your side crow. Just try your best. Do whatever you can. Building strength in the wrists, in the shoulders, in the core, in the chest. Don't try to run away. Don't try to escape. Just try. You can do it. You'll never know if you don't try. Remember your tree pose? All right, come back to center, release. Okay, so we're facing the top of the mat. I want you to step back into your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg to the sky and bring it underneath. Drop left knee to the ground. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, reach them back behind you. So reaching hands towards your back foot. Push your hips forward. Feel that hip flexor stretch and extend as you look up to the sky. So we did a lot of hip flexor work. Reach your right hand down. Reach back with left hand. Pull heel to glute. Quad stretch. Hip flexors are opening on the right side. Hips are moving forward. Or on the, oh man, am I mirroring you? I forgot, I should be mirroring you, but I'm not. Okay, you're holding. I'll just tell you what I'm doing. My right leg is forward. My left hand is reaching back to my my right hand is reaching back to my left foot. I'm all confused now. But shifting forward, you should feel your hip flexor and your quad on one side. Releasing and tucking and lifting and shifting back up into your three-legged dog. Bend and straighten. Flip your dog, hips up high, wild thing. Come back to center, down dog, lift left leg high. Step it through, drop knee. Inhale, arms up. Feel right hip flexor stretching. Lifting chest and breathing. Good. Bring right hand to the ground. Reach back with left hand. Grab right foot. Pull heel to your body. Stretch the quad. Feel the hip flexors stretching even more as you breathe. Nice deep breaths. Release, tuck right toes, kick left leg all the way up to the sky, stack hip, bend and straighten. Flip your dog, lift hips high, extend and arching. Wild thing. Kick back, downward dog. You can do one more yoga flow if you like. Otherwise, jump to seated. And just like we did before, rock on your spine, forward and back, rocking. And lift hips high, support your shoulder stand, stacking your feet over your hips. You can come into plow if you like, or just hold your shoulder stand. And use your core strength to slowly roll out from your inversion. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground. Bring your hands up by your ears and come into your wheel pose. So extend up all the way, press into the ground, lift hips high, extending arms, press feet into the ground. Just do your best. If you need to do a bridge pose, you can do that instead of wheel. But breathe here for 5 breaths. Really extend and lift to the sky. Nice big back extension for 5 breaths. And then pull your knees to your chest, rock side to side. And extend your legs up, flex the ankles. Reach all the way up towards your toes. Bring your forehead to your knees. Peace finger grip your toes as you extend your legs to the side in a straddle split. Draw your tailbone to the ground. Bend into your knees, bring bottoms of feet together, push knees away from you as arms extend. Release, dropping arms to overhead, and bend elbows, dropping feet to the ground in your reclined bound angle. Feel the weight of gravity opening up your hip flexors and your thighs. We did a lot of hip flexor work today. Just let them go and release. Breathe. Extend your right leg to the ground. Pull your left knee into your chest using your right hand. Grab the outside of your foot and kick up and over to the right. Extend your left arm out. Look towards your left hand. Twisting. If you need to, you can let go of the foot. You don't have to hold on to it. But try your best to hold the foot and extend the knee. Feel your left hip pulling down and away from you towards your right toes. Drop your left shoulder to the ground. Bend into left knee. Use right hand to press it down to the ground as you drop right shoulder and then slowly, and left shoulder, and slowly come back to center. Planting your feet, coming and grounding in, pressing low back into the floor. Extending left leg, pull right knee into chest. Left hand grabs outside of right foot, extending leg and twisting to the other side. Looking towards your right hand, dropping right shoulder to the ground. Try your best to extend the knee. Feel the IT band, the hip opening. Breathe. Bend into the knee. Use your left hand to drop that knee closer to the floor. Drop your right shoulder and left shoulder closer to the ground. Twist. And then coming back to center. Pull both knees into chest. Bring your tailbone to the ground and flatten your back. Lift your head, lift your legs and arms and engage all muscles simultaneously. Squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. Take a deep breath in and exhale, releasing and relaxing for your final Shavasana, your final relaxation pose. Let it all go. Bring your hands on your hip flexors, palms facing down. Close your eyes, wiggle your shoulders on your shoulder blades together. Feel the feet roll out to the sides. With your palms face down on your hip flexors, feel the energy flowing through them. Feel them awaken and resting. Feel the energy flow. Notice your palms. Notice the front of the hips. Breathe into them. Roll open the palms by your sides. Getting into your most comfortable position. Breathe into every part of your body, energizing. every cell. Breathe out and relax as you sink down deeper into your mat. Just melt your body. All the hard work is done. Now you reap all the rewards, all the benefits for moving your body, for challenging yourself, pushing past your limiting beliefs of what you can do, noticing those small changes inside yourself 1 millimeter at a time. Now it's time to completely surrender, fully letting go of any tension still remaining in your body. Fully and completely relax deeper. Each and every breath lying perfectly still. Just breathing naturally and normally. slowly start to deepen your breath. As you come back into the room with your awareness, breathe deep into your abdomen and feel your chest rise. Breathe out and feel the belly and chest come closer to the ground. Start to bring awareness to your fingers and toes as you move them. Start circling your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, slowly start to make your way over to your right side. Whatever that means to you, you can pull knees to chest, you can lengthen arms overhead in opposite direction, or simply roll onto your side. Pausing here for a few moments, for a few breaths. And then gently start to press up and come into your comfortable cross-legged seated position. Sitting up tall, bring palms to face up, allowing yourself to relax as you sit tall with an elevated chest and spine, opening your heart, keeping this nice posture with confidence and strength, internal and external strength. Keeping your intention with you always, keep it inside your heart and mind so it will manifest. Visualize it as if it's already happened. So thank you all for coming this evening. I actually went and made this a 75-minute class instead of a 60-minute class. So I hope that's okay. I know you worked hard and you will see the benefits. Keep coming and keep practicing. Have an amazing rest of your night. Sleep well. Namaste.